you never know.
Coming in the UK, wasn't it?
In the UK,
John Barry 7.
well, for one thing, in the UK, there's a record label called Top Rank. Now, they didn't believe in it either. And it was going like crazy in the United States. They just laid on it until John Barry came out with it, a small group called John Barry 7. He got the jump on it because Top Rank dropped the ball. And then they put it out afterwards. Oh my God, we better put this out, you know. He went to number 5, and I think we went to number 8. Yeah. And then, thank God he didn't cover Perfidia because we had that. That didn't go top 5, I think.
Of course, he was the John
Yeah.
Barry that gave
Yeah.
the moves going.
Hey Don, in your early guitar, you started out with a Strat, and you went over, what was the change from the Strat that you had?
You know, I started out with a broadcaster, the little guitar, I really did. I mean, and then I thought, no, my hands are too big for that. So we traded it in. You know, Bob Ogle and I bought 2 guitars in a pawn shop in 1958. I think we paid about $15 a piece for them. And I mean, they were like meat cleavers driving. They really hurt. And so we went out on a limb, and you could pay a small down payment and get Fender guitars, which we did. And that helped us a lot. But we'd play for anybody. Hell, we'd play for bar mitzvahs or any weddings or birthdays or anything. We, you know, just to be heard. And we really enjoyed it. And had no idea, as I sit here today, 50 years later, from all those stories I just told you. Unbelievable. Amazing.
Bob is on the latest CD a lot. Our Bob Bogle's does a lot of playing on the latest CD, the Wailers.
I didn't hear you.
The question is.
Bob Bogle's
Bob Ogle.
is pretty involved with the new CD as far as playing.
Let's see, did he?
Yeah,
he's on Yes, he there. did, yeah.
He's got all the older.
Yeah, there's some older stuff on there, but what we did with the Whalers CD was we had saxophone, and if you don't, you know, we tried to replicate some of those songs that were actually with a saxophone. And those songs, same titles, but you will find that they're a little bit different because of that saxophone. And I really enjoy that album myself.
What
I know,
inspired you guys to do Slaughter on 10th Avenue the first time?
The what?
What inspired you to do Slaughter on 10th Avenue the first time you recorded?
Yeah.
What inspired you?
Oh, you know, somebody, we had a producer at that time that said, that's a real good song. And I don't know if anybody knows it, if you were there when I explained it yesterday. That song is real old, and it's from a stage play called On Your Toes in 1937. And he said, you know, he liked the song, and he said, why don't you guys venturize it? That's where that name came from right again. He was the first one to say, why don't you venturize it? And we said, well, we'll work on it, we'll try it. So that's how it turned out for us. It was good.
All I'll say as the years go by, it has become my favorite track.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, Russ back here, who is, he had the CD. He's with a black T-shirt there. He got the Whalers Venture CD. I said, how'd you like it? He said, I love it. I've played it 10 times already. And he said, I want to play it another 10.
Is that all?
So it's very good, very interesting. Yeah.
Bob, who was your earliest influence?
I know that, I think it was on 65 Live, your band, you did Besame Mucho, is that what you did lead on that?
Besame Mucho, yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know.
Yeah.
I read a little piece about it, you did lead work on it,
Yeah, there's some things that I've learned a lot from Duane Eddy. And actually, you know, the Whalers, I respect them so much you wouldn't believe it. They actually, from their record, they were about 6 months before us. And they had some instrumental songs I thought were really good, and we recorded them eventually. But I wore out their vinyl album. trying to play it, get that lick, and, you know, we were just learning. And so, they were a big influence on me, the Whalers. So, Joanne Eddie, and a lot of things that anytime I play any lead guitar, it's mostly low string, you know, and a lot of Joanne Eddie stuff. I did Rebel Rouser and some of the things that he did, 40 Miles of Bad Road that we recorded.
Just as a comment regarding that, one of the things that I didn't realize until later in my musical career, that the Ventures took when they put together their albums, which was unique, is that they pulled a lot from early 50s to mid 50s music that none of us, you know, as young teenagers were even exposed to. So you had these really interesting songs like Home. I mean, I didn't realize where Home came from until, what, probably a couple of years ago. It was by the Ames Brothers or something like that, but there was Home, there was
Morgan.
Tara's theme, and there were all these unique
Morgan.
versions, yeah, Morgan, unique versions of